As a YouTuber, you tend to have a lot of influence over your audience. Most YouTubers use this to their commercial advantage, promoting stuff like their own merch, food, and games. Roblox YouTubers, in particular, may tend to make Roblox games since it's what their fans like. But many of these games tend to fail, and even when they don't, it's hard to make them thrive. However, some of these YouTubers have broken the mold by making hugely successful Roblox games with 6-digit player counts and boosting their own success. This video talks about the 3 people who accomplished these feats and how they did it. Telanthric is a Roblox YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers who founded the hit Roblox game Toilet Tower Defense. The game, of course, was inspired by the hit animation Skibidi Toilet and Tower Defense Simulator. Telanthric put the two together and created Toilet Tower Defense. But before we know how the game came to be, we should first learn about how Telanthric started on YouTube. Telanthric created his YouTube channel on December 7th, 2017, and uploaded his first video on January 1st, 2018. There is a strange 1-year gap between Telanthric's first and second videos, so we're gonna assume he deleted most of his old ones. Either way, 2019 was the year Telanthric started consistently posting videos, and his channel became centered around showcasing codes for popular Roblox games. These videos weren't necessarily impressive, but they were helpful, allowing Telanthric to reach 1,000 subscribers in March of 2019. Telanthric gradually refined the quality of his videos, improving his thumbnail making skills, while also uploading 5 to 10 times per day to ensure consistency. And despite his videos still not being that good, he was growing. He hit 10,000 subscribers 2 months after 1,000, and then 25,000 a month after that. Telanthric would continue posting tutorials on popular Roblox games until May 2020, when there became a game that he would solely dedicate his tutorials to. Islands. 3 weeks after the game was first released on Roblox, Telanthric uploaded a tutorial on the game, which amassed 100,000 views. Due to the success of this tutorial, he made another, which gained decent views, and as the popularity of Islands began to skyrocket, Telanthric switched to Islands content entirely. 16 days after switching to Islands, Telanthric had surpassed the huge milestone of 100,000 subscribers. Telanthric would continue uploading Islands content, but the game slowly started to die over time, causing Telanthric's viewership to dwindle. And for a while, it was like that. Telanthric's channel was slowly dying. However, it luckily found its saving grace. Telanthric started posting tutorials again, which got him off the ground a bit, but things took off whenever Telanthric started uploading on this then new game called Bed Wars. Less than 2 weeks after the game was first released, Telanthric uploaded a tutorial on the game, which did well, and just like Islands, Telanthric's channel became consumed by the game. And Telanthric would continue growing. The good thing was that Bed Wars didn't fall off as soon as Islands had, so Telanthric was able to maintain relevancy for a bit longer than he had with Islands. But over a year later, something unexpected changed the trajectory of Telanthric's channel. On October 6, 2022, Telanthric uploaded a relatively normal video, where he gave himself the challenge of recreating Roblox Bed Wars in 1 day. The end result was relatively mediocre, but not that bad since Telanthric actually knew how to code the game well. And at first, the video wasn't that special. That was, until a month later, popular Bed Wars YouTuber Fulton played the game in his video. Telanthric reacted to this in a video, where he announced that Bedbreak had gotten a major update, and then proceeded to show the new update. The game looked much better than before, and while the game did look impressive, switching from Bed Wars to his Bed Wars seemed like a risky move. But he did it anyway. Around this time, a lot of people were questioning if Bed Wars was dying, and Telanthric's channel was proof that it sort of was. So on December 13, Telanthric said he would be making the switch from Bed Wars to his very own Bedbreak due to low views. He did make his game sound promising. Telanthric said he would make updates that the community would enjoy, as well as vowing to improve the UI. The views also seemed intriguing, as his first 2 videos playing the game amassed over 200,000 views. On the game's first day on Rollymons, it had nearly 500 players, but unfortunately, that was the game's peak, as it experienced a gradual decline from that point onwards. Telanthric would upload on Bedbreak for only 3 months, posting his last video on the game in March before switching to Pet Simulator X. And once again, Telanthric's channel was somewhat revived by switching to the game, as he had 500,000 subscribers in late March. But due to Telanthric's experiences with previous games, he knew that even Pet Simulator X would eventually die, so he came up with a plan. The online trend Skibidi Toilet was growing rapidly, and some people had taken the trend and made Roblox games out of it, getting upwards of thousands of players. But with most of these games being roleplays, Telanthric decided to get creative and incorporate the popular Roblox game Tower Defense Simulator and created Toilet Tower Defense. The game was released 4 days before Telanthric made a video on the game, most likely to test the waters with Roblox users. However, the launch turned out to be extremely successful, as on the first day on Rollymons, it had over 2,000 players. Telanthric uploaded his first video on the game on the 26th of July, which amassed over 300,000 views, and since then, no Toilet Tower Defense video of his has had less than 100,000 views. And things seemed to be going really smoothly for Telanthric. He was bringing in 40 million views a month, as well as growing even bigger in size. However, it all came to a screeching halt. The creator of Skibidi Toilet, we'll call him DFB, had a sincerely inflated ego after his monumental success and began striking down parodies of his content. One of the victims was the channel Game Tunes, an animation channel which had some of their work struck by DFB. As for Telanthric, DFB sent him a DMCA which made him take down his game, leaving it down for nearly 3 weeks. He also sent Telanthric 3 copyright strikes for playing the game in his videos, threatening his channel's existence. As you can imagine, DFB faced immense backlash for this and was eventually pressured into removing the strikes and DMCA. And after nearly 3 weeks of toilet tower defense being down, it finally came back up, growing even bigger over the last month. And that's where the game stands today. Telanthric has been growing astronomically these past few months, and it looks like his success won't stop anytime soon. Unfortunately, the next person didn't necessarily have the greatest ending to their YouTube journey, but managed to make a pretty successful game. Tofu is a Roblox YouTuber with over 4 million subscribers. However, he abandoned his channel a while back. He came back a few months ago, but due to a drama and him changing his mind, Tofu decided to quit entirely. But before all this happened, we need to go back to when Tofu created his channel. Tofu created his Roblox account on June 11th, 2009, and created his YouTube channel around 2 years later. Tofu would upload Minecraft content on his channel, where he met his friends Poke, Ant, and Think Noodles. Tofu would post Minecraft content from 2011 to 2016, building up an audience of over 70,000 subscribers. But due to Minecraft losing relevancy in the mid-2010s, Tofu would make the switch over to Roblox. At first the views weren't very good, but when Roblox exploded in popularity in 2017, so did Tofu's channel, as he boasted over 600,000 subscribers in August of 2017. Tofu would upload content on a variety of Roblox games, but eventually, his channel settled on a theme. Tofu would start playing simulators in his videos, which attracted the attention of the developers of those games. The developers would join his game and either make him overpowered, or challenge him in-game. People love these videos, seeing as his 4 most popular videos had these elements in them. Tofu would post Roblox simulator content throughout 2018 and 2019, and since simulators were such a huge part of Tofu's channel, it's only fitting that his game would revolve around one as well. On September 10th, Tofu and a team of developers would start working on a game he titled Munching Masters. Before the game was even released, he put out a video on it where he pranked one of his developers in-game. A week later, Tofu teased the game in another video where he said it would be coming very soon. The game was released sometime between the 18th and 22nd of November, judging by the fact that Roblox YouTuber Stealing with Kev played the game on the latter. Either way, the game was an instant success, and was played by YouTubers Gravy Catman, It's Funny, and even Ethan Gamer in their videos. A screenshot of the game from July 2020 shows that over 1,000 people were playing the game, as well as its peak on Rollymons being over 2,500 players. You would think that for his game to have been successful, Tofu had to have been promoting the game a crap ton, right? Not necessarily. I could only find 6 videos on Tofu's channel where he played the game, as well as a video on his second channel where he reacted to YouTubers playing his game. So how did Tofu make a Roblox game so popular while rarely playing it? The answer is that it's actually a kind of good game. Simulators are a huge part of Roblox, and they always will be. They're addictive and have good replayability, and that's no exception for Munching Masters, having an average playtime of 11 minutes. Tofu would continue uploading until August of 2021, then disappear, explain that he outgrew YouTube, and then came back for a short bit, changed his mind, and deleted his comeback. Today, Tofu finds more interest in being a SoundCloud rapper, and his music has mixed reviews. And despite Tofu not uploading, Munching Masters didn't die off, seeing as it always has an average 3-digit concurrent player count, having over 300 as of November 2023. It's honestly impressive how Tofu was able to build such a massive game while rarely promoting it. However, this last person didn't even try. Amberry and Foberry, known IRL as Amber and Phoebe, are sisters who created the extremely popular Roblox game Berry Avenue in mid-2022. We're gonna focus more on Amberry since she owns the group that created the game, as well as playing the game earlier than the other sister. Amberry created her Roblox account on March 30th, 2017, and created her YouTube channel a day later. From the start, it was clear that Amber was really good at making content, but there's no knowledge if she had a previous channel before Amberry. In her videos, she would almost always feature her boyfriend Rich Airy, which was smart as it would make videos doubly entertaining. Amberry would experiment with different types of Roblox games, where she eventually settled on the niche of roleplay games, such as Bloxburg, Adopt Me, and Royale High. After finding tons of success with roleplay content, Amberry would stick to it. This allowed Amberry to reach 100,000 subscribers in February of 2018, 11 months after creating her channel. Amberry would continue uploading roleplay content, refining the quality, and introducing new characters such as Phoeberry, who created a channel of her own in August of 2018. Nothing that significant happened after that. Amber would mainly upload on Bloxburg, as well as add another person to her videos by the name of Onett. Amberry would grow especially popular during the pandemic, with some of her videos getting tens of millions of views, causing her to pass 1 million subscribers in February of 2021. Amberry would suddenly start uploading less at the turn of the year. She uploaded 3 videos in 5 months from December 2021 to April 2022. However, she alluded to why in a community post. In the community post, she announced that she was working on something special, hence the lack of uploads. On January 7th, 2022, Berry Avenue would go into development, being released around 4.5 months later. Amberry played the game on the 22nd of May when it was still in development, and will assume the game was released on the 28th of May because it's the earliest snapshot I could find on the game. The game launch turned out to be very successful, seeing as it had over 10,000 concurrent players a week after release. Due to this success, Amberry would devote most of her time to the game. This is probably the reason she only uploaded 7 times following the release. As for Feeberry, she still uploads today, albeit she doesn't get that many views. But for Amberry, it seems like devoting time to her game makes sense. In July, it hit an all-time high in concurrent players, having well over 100,000. When you're a Roblox YouTuber, it's easy to influence your audience to play your game, but the challenge is getting them to stay.